see, though, what Cloud9's game plan is, but I'm telling you, there are so many flashes in the server right now on both squads. Everyone's going to be blind.
Fnatic on the attack. All right, they've already dropped one. Certainly not the start you were looking for. And yeah, both are a bit early to use that Viper spin. It's not online quite yet. But the spike has made its way back towards B, and Magnum's creeping his way around looking for more. Good start.
Definitely a good start, and this has kind of been Fnatic's bread and butter across this entire series, across all 3 maps, is this default, slowing things down, utilizing that teamwork, ping-ponging off of each other, and finding those picks. Solid defense so far.
Are they going to flip out?
Oh, Bolster!
You see this spike? Okay, it's committing back to B. They had to try to take care of, who is that? Mitch, who was playing around. Still hasn't fully committed yet. They just want to frag this out, Potter. They're not comfortable on getting the spike done yet. That might have been what opens the door for him. Yeah, at this point, you're in a 4v2. Magnum looking to get the spike down. Does. And Zeta's left alone. We talked about the breach on this map. How good it can be, but when you're this outnumbered and then you've got the killjoy.
For them, they're so used to just scrappy, in-your-face fights and duels all across in NA.
And my guess is they're going to get the chance at plenty of that. We're already seeing some of that happen towards Satellite. Magnum getting the best of both Mitch and Zeta there, just like ripping their heads off.
Yeah, and just a slap in the face. He even picks up the orb as well, just to kind of prove his point there. And that should be the site going down. Sure, Leaf, he's got a classic. Maybe he can make this one interesting, but nah, he gets taken out as well. Zeppa's going to try his, I think. We'll see how simple this bonus is going to look for Fnatic, as Cloud9 have a full buy coming to this 3rd round. A lot of patience. I think that was missed. All good, though. Boaster's going to pick it right back up.
It's our first time on the map.
Yeah.
Right, in an
Gotta
official.
warm up into it a little bit.
Yeah, these things happen. But now they've got things how they want. At least it certainly seems that way. You talked about this being their bonus. They do just have Spectres the entire way, but they're working their way over towards A. Leaf could be a problem. Look at the defensive setup out from Cloud9.
Mitch. He gets taken out. He's only good for the 1, but backup is here. Leaf, he's trying his hand at defending as well. Him and Zeppa. The puggy duo. They've slowed down Fnatic's initial hit, though. But if we think back on Pistol, this is kind of how it looked for Fnatic.
Yeah. And you talk about how they slowed down the initial push. They're continuing to slow it down, but now Fnatic starting to find a bit more room to breathe. Mystic
Fnatic
is able to take care of one, drop things down to a 2v2. The spike is sitting on the site, on A, with nobody really anywhere near it. Magnum was the only one that was close. It's all going to fall down onto Mystic. Somehow has to get onto the site, pick up the spike, and then either frag out or plant it and then stay alive long enough for it to go off. Okay, first box checked, right? You got the spike. Great. How much more can you do? Dropping a bit of util with only 13 seconds left. You're going to have to do something here soon as members of Cloud9 continue to push.
Oh my God!
Freaking way!
Wait.
He gets it, but roll things into additional rounds and snowball your way through this. It could have been, I mean, it could have been lights out for Cloud9. That could have been very bad.
Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Mitch, he's going to take a little bit of splash damage. He does take and back away a little bit. He's got the backup in Leaf and Zeppa. Oh! Good damage. Yeah, Mitch is getting bullied in this round. His turret even gets taken out as well. Cloud9.
What? Poor guy.
They're about to get pinched.
Even the Nano Swarm does get a chance to do something. Magnum swings down. Zeppa drops. And the spike now, we see it starting to rotate out. It may go back towards B. They have so many options. They have so much control. Fnatic are just kind of rolling through what Cloud9 have set up here.
Yeah, Fnatic are doing such a good job at just slowing down the pace, finding the duels, finding the frags that they want on their terms, and then they just slow it down, relaying information back and forth with each other.
Mitch, really everyone just on the precipice of bringing that online, and for Fnatic, you may not be as close, but you got guns, and guns seem to be exactly what the doctor ordered as Cloud9 again.
Doma! For Cloud9, I mean, we've got the Killjoy ultimate coming online.
Yeah, and that's where we see some of that duel that we were talking about earlier, right? Like, yeah, you've got the lockdown. Doma has that Rolling Thunder as well, so we see some of... I'm really interested to see how this will play out. Doma and the rest of Fnatic currently have some options, but right now it seems like a heavy lean towards B, and there it is, right? This is what we were talking about. How do they play off of that? There's the Rolling Thunder. Stuns up Leaf, but he's still He doesn't move, but the gun may have given him away. Yeah, there it is. Durka swings out, cleans him up. Mystic getting in on it as well. Fnatic have full control of B. The remaining members of Cloud9 have to show up and somehow fix this mess that they find before them, where they have no control of anything. You've got Cosmic Divides coming out as well. See if that can be the entrance as Zeppa and Zeta left alone in a 2v4. Not a ton to work with. Not a lot of time before them either.
Yeah, this would have to be a monumental screw-up from Fnatic for them to throw this one away. Cloud9 at this point are just looking for damage control. Maybe a kill here or there, but Fnatic are so disciplined at this point that this should be a dub. Hopefully Cloud9 are able to at least save their guns. I mean, you can see the Astra on some sort of a weird flank here. Hopefully Zeppa's ready for this, because crazy aggression shenanigans off the rip. We've got the Breach Ultimate online, we've got the Showstopper, and as I say in NA, man, we sometimes think this map is very defender-sided, and it's because you can be so aggressive. You know, we think about Fracture, both teams started middle, right? It's just so different than any map we have in VALORANT. That's so much damage. Durka, with the assistance of Breach and Astra, finds the opening on Mitch, and Leaf, he's stuck in the site right now.
Now, and this is not a full light buy, right? Like, they've got a mixed buy here. They do have 2 rifles. Mitch has already dropped, so I only say that to say this doesn't have to be a full roll.
The stinger.
But it seems like it's going to be that outcome anyway, as Cloud9 once again find themselves in a 2v4, this time with a frenzy. Zeta's gun gives him away. We've seen this movie before. As Vanity's left alone, the wheels very well may be coming off this bad boy.
Oh, I hope not, man. Vanity, he finds a frag for himself. I will say that when you see the stingers coming out to play, that's questionable. There's a lot of actually debate about, oh, don't do it to him, Boaster. Come on now, that's your boo thing. That's your boo thing. Oh,
he might have already done it.
Yeah.
Given how this map is going, he might be able to do it mid-map.
For real.
Fnatic up really big, and everything is just going their way. And now they have 3 ultimates to their name. Yeah, Cloud9 have 3 of their own. You see the Showstopper coming out. Zeppa, aggressive, not able to get anything. He had 2 right before him, right in his crosshair. Doesn't land the shots, Durka does. And that's a prime example of how the map has gone. Right, things just seem to be working for Fnatic, and they don't for Cloud9.
Yeah, and as you're saying that, even Vanity's chasing down Mystic, swatting across the map, and Mystic survives with just 6 HP to his name. Just one thing after the other. Zeppa's rocket fails, but then Durka's hits.
Okay.
Maybe this trade will start the ball rolling. Spike still hasn't gone down yet, Doug. It's going down right now.
Well, Vanity and Mystic are both so weak in this situation. Got to keep an eye on both of those, because this easily becomes a 2v2. You mentioned the Spike goes down. Cloud9, you've got an interesting approach at this retake. You've got Mitch working his way towards mid. Then you have Zeppa and Vanity coming in from satellite, and they just kind of rotate around each other, right? You see the remaining members of Fnatic pulling off that way, giving some of that space up so that they can approach it the way they want, at the pace that they want. Mitch drops.
Paint chills.
It is a 2v2, as predicted. I read the script ahead of time. But both Vanity and Mystic both still alive. Vanity on the tap. I don't know that they can get through this. There are so many good defenses coming out, but Zeppa's got to land these shots, and he does. Magnum falls. Cloud9 just barely from Cloud9. We'll see, as you mentioned, if this is the turning point. This is where they can get back into this thing. Because given really how things have gone, if you find yourself in a 6-6, 7-5, it's an excellent turn. And Zeppa, yes, the gravity well, the shots are there as well. Perfect.
I also appreciate the fact that you saw Zeppa, you know he wanted to go in there. He dropped the satchel, he wanted to go party, but he second guesses, he plays a little bit conservative. That's nice. Durka's gonna go in though, just delivering himself and the spike into Mitch's lap. It's all down to Doma. He's got quite a bit of util, but he's definitely not gonna want to just waste it just for himself.
Where do things go from here though? Because for Cloud9, they've won the last couple of rounds. Yes, we're seeing some of this turn, but Fnatic have just shown so much excellence on this half of the map.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest point, right, Doug, is that Fnatic, they don't really have to change much. They found the successes, and it's been in their default. It's been in the map control. Durka, he's good to find the opening, and all of Fnatic, they're kind of meeting back up towards B. They're congregating, and the hit is in.
We've seen this setup. The Rolling Thunder comes through onto B, and they're able to follow up around it. That's exactly what they do, and they find find themselves back towards their winning ways. Cloud9 still had a shot to get to a respectable scoreline at half, but there's still plenty of work to do. And the good thing for Cloud9 is they do have a couple of ultimates to work with. The op shot narrowly missing out for Mitch, and those were shots that we were watching him hit earlier in the series.
Yeah, just a little jiggle makes Mitch whip that shot there, and I gotta mention the Killjoy ult again. You know, we opened up this map with the differences of Cypher and with Killjoy. We've got the Breach ultimate in play as well for Cloud9. This is a round that they're not gonna want to try to save. They're gonna go for it. All their eggs are gonna be in the basket of this round here.
And they have to, right? I don't know that they have much of a choice. You see Boaster's Viper's pick comes out. Magnum looking to get the spike down, should be able to do so. Now Cloud9 can approach us from the retake. Excellent start out from Zeppa. The Rolling Thunder clearing the way, and the showstopper to boot. But is there anything there? Yes, Durka cleans up Zeppa. Fnatic are starting to snatch the site right back. Oh, Vanity, you saw that. Boaster takes care of him. Mitch.
Vanity.
Mitch has the op, though. He's still in this 1v3. No knife. Outcome's the same, though. Mitch still has a chance at this thing. This would be very difficult.
This round at a 3-9 half. Is it?
I don't remember if I did, but it makes me sound smart if I say yes. So yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Second showstopper coming out. Zeppa gets right into Magnum's lap. Cleans him up, but it wasn't easy, as Zeppa's just down to 9 HP.
A nice heal coming through. That's a homie right there. Top off Zeppa. Oh, okay. Here it comes.
Well, it worked.
Yeah.
We got there eventually.
We did. And for Fnatic, you know, even though they're down a man, this is where we've kind of seen Fnatic shine, is when they have the map control, when they just shut down all noise. And Cloud9 generally gives them a way back into the round. So we'll see how disciplined these Cloud9 guys can be in this round. But
well, and I wonder if discipline's really going to be the deciding factor. I mean, they have Spectres, and some of them have light armor. Zeppa doesn't have any. Okay, that was excellent. That was exactly what you needed. And Zeppa gets greedy, he gets aggressive, he gets 3 on the round, and the spike is sitting up in no man's land. Mystic has to go up, pick it up, and manages to do so. But now he's left alone. 1v5. And this would be something. Okay.
Some frenzies coming out to play here for Fnatic.
And I like the setup. We're seeing more of this where you get somebody, a ghost or something like that, something more than a classic, and you're able to buy up armor as well. A little bit of reallocating of funds to allow that to happen. Yeah. Make it a little bit more difficult. And the thing is, on the side of Fnatic, they don't have that same setup.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you pointed it out, especially because it's on the back of Leaf, right? I mean, he's had a bit of a slow game. It'll be nice for him, especially individually, to kind of warm back up into this, hopefully. But 2 members of Cloud9 have already been taken out. Zeppa all alone. He finds a potential duel, but he's not good for it.
This is not the start that Cloud9 needed, right? You talk about Leaf potentially warming up, and the thing is, I mean, they may have a chance at this. Okay, sure, good start. But it doesn't seem to be getting much better. And the thing is, you were mentioning, right, like maybe Leaf has an opportunity to warm up, to make something happen. Still forced to save. Well, not forced. I suppose they had the option to do otherwise, but choose to save wisely. And you imagine the difficult thing is that setup that we just saw right there, that Zeppa had to deal with the gravity well and then the nade and all that stuff. That's what allowed Durka to get that 2K in the previous round. So it isn't just about the map, right? Like Fnatic are chaining their utility well. They're playing around each other well, and it's just been too much for Cloud9 to handle. Yeah,
for sure. We'll see if Cloud9 are able to capitalize off Durka getting a little bit overzealous, overheating a bit. But Mystic, ooh, this re-aggression. Mitch, this angle, he does get taken out. So this should be Fnatic just solidifying this one.
Yeah. It'd be difficult for otherwise to happen. And so this is a pretty grim picture I'm about to paint.
Yeah.
But the outcome of this round, we look at it and go, okay, Fnatic should be rolling over Cloud9. Cloud9 have pistols, right? And Fnatic don't. They have the gun difference. But the thing is, they've had rifle rounds that have been cleaner than that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, where things have been on even footing, where they've been able to fight unfairly, if you will, and the outcome's been the same, or in some instances, even cleaner for Fnatic.
Exactly. And, you know, these eco rounds, they have a lot of Fnatic.
Fnatic with the 6-round lead, seeing if they can roll this bonus all the way through. Cloud9, really, they kind of have to turn the tides here. That's an excellent start out from Leaf, but it's traded right back.
Oh, and the bird gets taken out as well. Leaf, he's got a good angle, but man, this Asher utility has been so on point for Fnatic. The Sucks are coming in right in the nick of time. And Mitch, although he's got the sight, maybe the spike will go. The rotation's kind of funky. It looks like Fnatic think this is an A hit, so maybe Cloud9 are able to make this post plant work a little bit. They're going to have a lot of map control to get forward in this post plant.
A bit lost in the sauce, as they say. Doma and Mystic, fortunately, are going to be able to bring rifles into this fight, so it's not just them dealing with Spectres and trying to make it happen. Fnatic have a chance at this thing, a very good chance at it, but Vanity, speaking of chances, has a chance to blow this up. You see him playing down low. Magnum on the tap. We see some of that breach utility coming out, but now they know where he is. They're going to have to push things towards Zeta. They can't leave him unchecked. Doma once again on the tap, and Zeta once again drops that Util, continues to chain it through. Vanity gets the best of both. Mystic looking to work his way forward. And again, they get cleaned up. And he gets the defuse. 11-4 for Fnatic.
What is his showstopper? The differences in both of these teams when the time comes, it just seems like Cloud9 is just kind of slipping out of their fingers here.
And on the flip side, Fnatic seem to be able to do no wrong.
Yes.
Right? Things are just clicking for them. And sometimes things, it do be that way sometimes.
It do be like that.
We'll see if Cloud9 can hopefully turn things around here.
Oh, look at the spot. Oh no!
Rolling Thunder coming out. No one's going to be home, but that should allow them to get onto the site anyway. But how much more do they invest in trying to clear it out? Yeah, you see a flash comes through. Vanity playing this cheeky little corner, playing this 50, and Dirk was wise to it. Not wise enough, though. Vanity cleans him up.
Good running gun. Oh, and that's huge for Vanity to take out Doma. You saw that the ultimate for breach was online. Beautiful shots coming through here for Cloud9, and it's just Mystic. 1 versus 3. He does take out Zephyr, but the spike is not. Hey, you never know. Lead by example, right? And certainly that's what Vanity is going to try to do here for Fnatic. They have a bit of a wonky buy, not a lot invested into this one. As I said last round, though, Doma, he still got the breach ultimate. So if things go a little bit Fnatic's way, maybe they find a pick, maybe Cloud9 bite off a little bit more they can chew. That ultimate is going to come into play in this round.
See the Seekers dropped. Mystic CC'd up to high heaven. Whoa! Cloud9 finding some openings. They're able to make some things happen. Only 3 left on the side of Fnatic. And yes, 2 of them have rifles. But Mystic's just so weak. Doma has no armor at all.
Yeah, Spike is going to go down here for Zeta. Mitch just securing the round, hopefully. Dropping down those Killjoy Molotovs, making sure the post plant is bolstered. And Durkay, that's a nice shot. Crispy, and that brings it down to a 3v2. This is not impossible by any means. They have the showstopper in the Rolling Thunder that you just mentioned. It may not have gone their way quite yet, but that... okay, never mind. Well.
I take it back. Cloud9 here mulling over how they want to approach this next round. Looks like they want to go towards A. You see the Trailblazer in, pushing back Magnum. And then you've got this terrifying group of players of Cloud9 that are working their way in towards Satellite. And the thing is, it's just drawing attention. Leaf dies, but off of that, they're able to get onto the site, right? There was so much invested his way that they can kind of waltz in.
They are the utility for Fnatic. It's just been so painful for Cloud9. Vanity, he's got to be good for a kill, but he's in Astral form. Magnum might find the timing. He does. He's good for it. The Cypher ultimate goes down, and Mitch, although he finds one, his positioning, it's been up.
And the thing is, they don't have the spike either. They still have to get to the spike and plant it. So far, so good. You've got Boaster with the Judge. The lockdown's going to create some space. The thing is, do Fnatic go for it here? Do they give it up and then attempt to retake things? It seems like that's going to be the case. Once the lockdown extinguishes, there they can move forward. And off of that, they still get the kill onto Mitch.
Yeah, that's Good damage for Zeppa. The breach fault line does make things a lot more difficult, but Pain Shells goes out. Zeppa, he's got to have a clip here.
Oh yeah, he's got to be a gamer.
Ooh.
I like that. Cheeky little spot. They still know he's there, right? Zeppa drops down. One, trying to spam through, but Doma's just going to stick the defuse. But the gravity well into the nades have caused so many headaches for Cloud9. How many? Probably 6 kills at this point, just off of that little setup. That's gross.
It's the suck Paint Shell combo. These Fnatic guys know exactly when and where they want it. These choke points that Cloud9 are pushing into, they're getting stopped every time. It's been fantastic.
Cloud9, still early in the tournament. They find themselves down in a big way. Potentially looking at a trip down to the lower bracket. Ah, my goodness. Boaster's judge is able to get one. They trade it out, though, just fine for now, as Cloud9 look to turn their attention towards B.
Yeah, Mitch doing everything he can to try to help Vanity get into the site here, get the spike down, and it will go down. Doma's, the Rolling Thunder.
Exactly, Potter. They have so much utility to work with. They have the Rolling Thunder. They have the Cosmic Divide. And there's that Rolling Thunder. What they don't have right now is a numbers advantage, but that could have potentially been the equalizer. Vanity gets dropped at 3v3. Well, that turned very quickly as Doma finds him. Oh, Cloud9, as we mentioned, they managed to avoid ending the map a bit early. This Fnatic group, you've got them, see they got him just on pistols, right? But off of that pistols, they dial something up, they take aggressive space away. I believe it was you who said earlier, right? Like in a situation like this, why not, right? Try to do something fun, try to make something happen. It's not working out, but I mean, at least you tried.
Yeah, give it that old college try.
Where do you think that saying comes from?
I'm not sure.
College try.
Yeah.
We'll Google it.
I think, you know, probably in college you
try things.
You experiment a little. You're young and dumb.
I guess.
Maybe that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Stay in school, kids. Stay in school. Fnatic. Things not looking good, at least for this round. Cloud9 should be able to clean this one up. And as we start to really kind of turn our attention over to the next round, we have Boaster's Viper's Pit. I don't know why that escaped me in that moment. And they have a couple of ultimates that are at least halfway there, right? So I say that to say that shouldn't play a factor on the side of Fnatic. Meanwhile, Cloud9, they have 2 online right now. Leaf is 1 away from having the jelly. So there's a possibility here for Cloud9 to make this a very close, very competitive end.
It certainly is, and that's a really good point, especially because, as we said, Cloud9 need every round they can get, and so
Rolling Thunder, but even with this setup, right? Like, they're not playing the spike at all. Look at that. It's not even in anyone's hands. That's an excellent opener, though.
Beautiful shot for Zeta, and another one. Boaster, he wanted to get that trade. He wanted to equalize things at least a little bit, but he gets taken out as well. And beautiful start for Cloud9, full control.
I think it's a fake. They dropped the Cosmic Divide towards B, and they invested the flash from Leaf, not the Leaf from Flash, the flash from Leaf towards A to find out that there was nobody there. You also got Zeppa who's staying around. The spike hasn't been picked up yet. The thing, though, is, Potter, did it take too long?
No, Cloud9 are just biding their time. The Mystic's positioning right here is, this is crazy.
Problematic.
Yeah, okay. Well, Leaf is just going to back it up. And yeah, this is one of those weird rounds where Fnatic look like they're on the back foot. They've cut noise, but somehow, some way, they've been coming out on top of these sorts of rounds. Magnum, he's good for the 1. He's good for the 2.
No way.
All of a sudden, it's a 3 versus 3, Doug.
Make that a 3v2 as Doma drops. Because it's still a doable situation, and the thing is, Magnum has spotted the spike. They're able to set up around here. Mystic, you see him hightailing and trying to get over here as quickly as he possibly can, as Magnum has to hold fast, not able to do so. Zeta gets 3 on the round. That should open up everything for Cloud9 as they get the spike. They're going to go back towards B, and Mystic's headed the wrong way.
Yeah, he's B-lighting it towards A. He took his chance. It was 1 and 2 shot. He makes the wrong one. That was so damn close. A valiant effort coming through here for Fnatic to make that 3 versus 5 look as close as it did. Cloud9 are gonna be another sigh of relief to be able to collect the spike in time and get it down. Oh man, What a round. What a round. And that's how fast things like a round like this can turn. We were just talking about it being a 5 versus 3. Things looking very dire for Fnatic. But the fact that, you know, this is kind of where they shine. They're able to slow things down. They're able to hold those off angles and fight their way back into the round. That's beautiful.
I'm curious to see economy because this was not as clean as Cloud9 would have liked, right? Like they did drop 2. Now, Fnatic are on a light buy too, or a mixed buy, if you will. Mystic has a hero rifle, and that's it. It's just a lighter buy the rest of the way. See the ult orb getting handed over. Nice, quiet, leisurely stroll, dangling across nothing on a rope.
I appreciate Leaf letting us have a closer look at that beautiful new knife. But yes, Fnatic, I don't mind this. You know, you mentioned the fact that they have a kind of a broken buy. But again, just this weird, slowed down, completely not fighting for specific things, playing this retake style. This is Fnatic's brand so far on day 1.
That Marshall putting in work. Mitch has the op. Should, in theory, be better. But that's Doma on the other side.
Poison's off.
Oh, another judge for Boaster.
Spotted.
Oh my.
Saw him. He saw him. He saw him. The flash, the satchels, it's too much. Boaster drops. Magnum does as well.
Oh man, if those satchels and those flashes aren't there, Boaster has a fun time. There is a flank on the way with the Sheriff. Durkee is going to pick up a Phantom for himself. But this offing, you can see Zeppa, he's so tucked.
Ooh, he spots Vanity.
What a flash!
Zeppa showstopper. It's supposed to create space, but Durka just stands there. He's able to take Zeppa down with him. A 2v2. How have they gotten to this point? It's not quite over yet. They have the Rolling Thunder as well, and they may not need to invest it. Land the shot. It may not have as much of an impact in this round, but we do have to keep an eye on it. Because for Fnatic to find themselves at map point, at series point, every dollar counts.
Every dollar counts, ain't that the truth? Durkee's been pretty aggressive towards this dish. I think this entire second half, actually. He's been trying to force kill the Sky Dog early on, and Cloud9, they've just kind of postured and made it look like they want dish control, but they cut noise and they're going to the other side.
They're going to the other side. They're going into potentially the Viper's Pit out from Boaster. You've got Durka's on the other side, so fortunate, and Magnum's on the other side as well. But working through a Viper's Pit is seldom easy, and they do have Zeta's Rolling Thunder, but I mean, is that going to be enough?
Yeah, I think Fnatic have a pretty good idea that this is a possibility. They're not going to play in those common sight.
Fake.
Yeah. Oh, Boaster. He's going to use his Viper's Pit as well as a response.
And this is oh,
Magnum. Oh, he's only good for the 1.
And he had a chance to crack that bad boy wide open. You see Durka wisely staying towards A, the showstopper, the satchel up top. Not going to find anything yet, but it did deal some splash damage. Mitchell's going to get the spike down. Zeta cleans Mystic up. And they do so. They manage to get control. So you still haven't dealt with Durka, though, behind enemy lines. And it's all left on to Durka. The lockdown comes out. Cloud9 not leaving any stone unturned, investing everything they possibly can. Durka's able to take care of Leaf, but he's going to try to stay alive, dash away, get out of the Killjoy ultimate.
See a game plan around that ultimate. I think that's probably going to be what Fnatic need here. The aggression.
Oh, but Leaf's just able to take care of it. Yeah, he drops. I mean, 1 falls. Zeppa does, but that's a numbers win for Cloud9.
Yeah, it certainly is. B site, not a single defender left on it. Sure, Fnatic, they've got a pretty big flank coming up. I think Leaf, he's about to run into some action here.
Fnatic looking to desperately avoid overtime. Have the opportunity to do so.
Oh, no!
That hurts. Oh, that hurts. Leaf backs up. Stays alive. Durka looking to push the matter. Fault line in his face. Has to drop out. Not able to stay alive. This Fnatic are just down to 2. Yeah, and it's a 2 with the ultimates. Make that 1. Doma. They're weak too, Potter. Both Mitch and Leaf are very weak. Vanity's the only healthy one. But they're playing so far off the site, Cloud9 are, that it's really good. It's almost impossible for them to work their way through. The Rolling Thunder, the Nano Swarm's going to push Doma off. He's not going to get the chance to do anything about it. I don't know that he's going to have enough time.
Experience and time and reps. Here it is, overtime. We're coming into it.
So you see the fault line comes out from Zeta, allowing some space for Mitch to swing around and drop the turret there to hold that angle. So they have good lockdown on A, but everything else is happening towards B. The spike making its way over. Durka's already taking care of one.
Spike down.
Vanity on a great trade, and Zeta working his way forward as well. Oh no, that hurts. He drops.
Oh, this is huge for Fnatic. 3 versus 2. Zeppa, he's burning alive right now. Repositions towards Jen here in the smoke. A bit of a whiff.
Once again find themselves in a position to put Cloud9 away. But we've been here before. 6 rounds. They're going to get the 7th chance, and maybe, well, as the old saying goes, the 7th time is a charm. But that's yet to be seen.
I've never heard that old saying. Doug.
No? Oh, it's a
7th
classic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Happens all the time.
All right.
How do Cloud9 approach this attacking round? I mean, you can create some noise out of Vanity towards A. It seems like how they want to go about it, but the spike hasn't committed.
Yeah, Zeta is in no man's land right now. He's all by his lonesome. He's going to try to catch up with the rest of the squad. Maybe throw a piece of utility really late before he goes, but no, he's just going to hold on to it. And yeah, the rest of the Cloud9 guys, they're just meeting up. This is just going to be an A site hit, not even a pinch.
And I wonder at what point, you know, you've got Magnum's camera, you see it on the minimap. If he pulls it, he may get a chance at seeing a good bit of everything. Mitch looking to get the spike down.
Spike
Should
planted.
succeed. You've got Zeta, as you mentioned, yep, making sure there's nobody rotating around, cutting off that initial entry point, and then you've got Vanity showing up as well. This could be a very devastating crossfires. Vanity plays contact, Zeta swings out. That's exactly what happens. Mystics is the first to drop.
Ping and Pong, good synergy. Durka's able to find another leap. He's got to win this fight versus Magnum. Otherwise, his 2 teammates are going to get flanked.
Ooh, Durka. Durka goes all the way in. He's able to take care of Mitch. Doma does as well. Is this it? Leaf down to 1. It's just Leaf. Leaf swings out. He's not able to do it. Fnatic's going to get the defuse. The first round of this EU versus NA matchup goes in favor of the Europeans on their home ground as